And hello, welcome back to a new video. And in this video I want to talk about how to draw support and resistance the right way, because I still see that people do it wrong. They focus on the wrong things. They miss very important points when it comes to support and resistance, and it does not have to be that complicated. So let's start here with a support and resistance drawing. First of all, what are support and resistance areas? So when it comes to resistance, those are areas where price has previously struggled to move above. So here we have, for example, a resistance area. We can see that price made a high here, and then the next time price made another high and was not able to break it. So this is now a resistance area. We can move forward. And in my own trading, I am using this area right now. You can see that when we just extend it a little bit, we are seeing that this is holding as resistance again here very nicely. So it is a very important concept, because support and resistance allows us to find high probability levels on our charts that we can then use to time our trades around them. On the other hand, a support level is an area where price has struggled to move below. So here this is what it is. We have a swing low, price moved into this area, we found support, bounced higher, and then the next time the same thing happened again. We overshot it a little bit, which is not bad. This will happen very often because price is a very dynamic concept. This swing low stands out now very nicely. Every trader will be aware of this swing low, and many people are trying to trade this, but then what happens? The market participants will make it a little bit harder for the people to trade it. You can see we fake out, which means that we trade lower a little bit, we don't respect it very precisely, and then immediately in the next candle we shoot higher. This is then also an engulfing candle, where this candle is much larger than this one. The previous one falls completely into this one. So a very nice support area where we can already see how this can help us in our trading. And then when we just look in the middle, we can also see a few important levels in between. And here is another very important tip. Don't try to look for all the different support and resistance levels. If I was to draw all the support and resistance that really stand, or that really I can find here, then I would end up with 10, 15, maybe even 20 levels, but it is not going to help us in our trading, because this will then cause so-called paralysis by analysis, where we have so many levels on our charts. They all are scaring us to get into a trade, because we always think, okay, price is going to bounce on the next level, so we are going to miss a lot of trades because we are too scared. So really focus only on the big ones that really stand out. So here is another one, and if you are not familiar with support and resistance, you're just starting out as a new trader, I recommend that you just hover over your mouse here over the charts. You can see there's a little crosshair with some lines extending to the horizontal and vertically, and you can already see, just move over with your mouse and you can see sometimes the prices snap to those levels. Here, for example, if I just move the mouse, you can see here's a lot of confluence, which means that we have support and resistance in one area. Here as well we have support here in this area, the second support, then we break below it, we come back into this. This is then what we call a retest, where price moves into the level from below. We retest it now as resistance. You can see support becomes resistance. Here then again, here we break it, and then it becomes support on the next time when price comes back to this level. So it's a very important one, and the rule of support becoming resistance is also very important. Then we can also see another very important concept, because many traders are always struggling. When is a support level likely to break, or when is price likely to bounce on a support and resistance level? And there are basically just two things that you need to know. First, when price is approaching the level with high momentum, which means when the candles that move into the level are very large, then there is a high chance of breaking the support and resistance level. Obviously, this sounds very easy, but many traders miss this point, and they oversee that. So here we could have anticipated that with this huge drop here, the price was very likely to break this level, and this then happened. We came back into this, we retested. Now we confirm that price is not able to push higher, so very important. Whereas here price also moved into this level with a nice sequence of bullish candles, but then here on the next candle we saw something that we will call a rejection, where it tries to push higher. We leave this little wick here and then we move lower. And then here on the next attempt, again, it looks very different. Price shoots through this level here. We close above it with a very strong two bullish bars here, a very nice sequence of high momentum. This shows extreme strength, so you can see when price is likely to bounce from a level or break through a level. We can see that by analyzing momentum and the strength of our candles. And then we can find other important levels here in between. So you can see even when we extend that forward, this is very a good level. It held even in the future. And this is then also another important concept that I found very helpful. When you see that price is moving into level and there is a lot of time between the last time price has reached the level, there's a higher likelihood that price is going to bounce. You can see here, this was the last time, and then a few weeks later we came back into this level. So there's a lot of time in between where price did not approach this level. So it makes it more likely that price is finding resistance again, because price has not tested it yet. There is still probably a lot of selling interest in this level left, whereas where we can see here, when we look back into this level, price is coming into this level earlier and earlier. So you can see here, and then we move into this level here again. We move back up a little bit, come back immediately, and then here again we move back into this level quite quickly, and so this breaks again. So this is also a very nice rule of thumb. Of course, it does not always work, but it is something that I think you should be paying attention to, and it helps you understand support and resistance in a better way. And so that's it. I think this is more than enough to cover the basics of support and resistance trading. I also think what is very important that you always pay attention to the most recent price history, and you don't go back too long to analyze support and resistance, because what happens is that you end up with a lot of levels that you're not sure, is this still valid? The price has not been at this level for a few months. We have broken it and violated it in the meantime. So I always pay attention to the most recent price action. I don't go back too far. If I am on the 4-hour chart, as here on this example, I will go back a few weeks, because on the 4-hour charts things move a little bit slower. But if you are on the 1-hour chart, then a few days will be more than enough if you go back with your price action, and then you look for the important support and resistance areas. So keep it simple, keep your charts clean, focus on the most important support and resistance levels where you see significant bounces. Look for the areas that really stand out, and then wait for price to do something. Don't be one of those traders that already enters a trade even if price has not reached it, or if price is just about to reach the level. Always wait for confirmation on such a support and resistance level, because this will also greatly improve your chances of success in trading. So with that, we can conclude the little support and resistance lesson. I hope you enjoyed that, learned something, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions.